What's going on, all you wonderful people? I'm Matt.
And I'm Vanessa.
And today we're going to be talking about Kill Switch.
Yes, we are.
Which actually does not come out to the 16th, but we had an opportunity to see it early, and so we did, and now we're going to talk about it.
Yes, we are.
The film stars Dan Stevens as Will Porter, a pilot and a physicist who works for Alterplex Energy, a company seeking to harness unlimited energy. When an experiment that involves copying the known universe goes horribly wrong, it's up to Will to save humanity. And so technically we're supposed to drain energy from one universe in order to power our own, and that other universe is supposed to be devoid of all life. That's not really the case.
No.
Which proves to be most problematic. And it's kind of hard to really get into the details of this story because we'll be drifting into spoilers, and we don't do that here.
No, but it's on it's pretty much about a parallel universe.
Yeah,
they duplicate our universe, which is supposed to not have any carbon life forms. However,
something happened,
and then it just parallel universe. If you've seen Back to the Future, kind of get the idea of parallel universe a little bit.
Yeah.
This is nothing like...
And you don't want to be ripping holes in the space-time continuum.
You do not, no.
No, you don't. But it's a pretty interesting concept, and I do love sci-fi films, especially original ideas.
Yes, this is a fascinating theory.
Yes.
Take right now everyone's talking about nuclear energy or solar energy turbines. What are we going to do when we run out of fossil fuels? And this kind of is a completely unrealistic idea unless somebody finds out how to make an alternate universe.
Kind of try to make it realistic by attaching it to like string theory and all this other kind of theoretical physicists that just watch Big Bang string theory. You know what I'm talking about. But getting back kind of sort of on track in terms of the movie, let's start off with some things that were good about the film.
Yes.
The CGI is pretty good. I have a feeling, now I didn't do my research, I have a feeling that this is a lower budget film.
A little bit.
But the CGI, it does look pretty good. It's not your typical Hollywood blockbuster, but it works.
It does. It really does work. When you have such a science fiction idea, you kind of need the CGI to work because you're creating something no one's ever seen before.
Right. And they do have some pretty cool ideas, like these security armed drones that are flying around attacking people. That looks pretty cool. And then just certain shots like a train falling out of a portal in the sky. They do some pretty neat stuff here. And if you've seen the trailer, you know that this is like a lot of it is first person perspective, first person camera work. Much like Hardcore Henry, except we were not fans of Hardcore Henry, and it's mostly because of the camera work.
Because of the camera work. In Hardcore Henry, it's more realistic, like what somebody in that position would actually be, their head motions, everything. It's like somebody put a GoPro on somebody. You don't want to watch an hour and a half of that because that can be very nauseating. However, in this one, it's filmed...
It's filmed in a similar fashion, but without all the herky-jerky movements.
Yes.
And that's really what didn't work for me in Hardcore Henry. I know a lot of people didn't have a problem with it, but for me, it gave me a headache. And it was a lot of that movement, trying to keep up with what was happening in that film. This one, it's almost, I can't say it's slowed down, but it's not as frenetic.
It's not an action movie,
well,
so that's what
it is.
Well, it is, but it's not as much of an action movie.
Yeah, it's not.
As Hardcore Henry, so that plays in its favor. But just the camera work is smooth.
Yeah, and then also Hardcore Henry's a lot of hand-to-hand stuff. This is not the case. It's a lot of, futuristic, weaponry being fired and whatnot. So that did actually work, and so does Dan Stevens. Dan Stevens is fantastic in just about everything.
He hasn't done a whole lot that people know. Everybody now knows him from Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, Downtown Abbey. If you haven't seen The Guest, you should watch that.
Please watch The Guest. You might enjoy it.
But yeah, he's good here for the most part, and I'm going to touch on the most part aspect in a little bit. And once again, I do like the concept. I do like where this movie was going.
Yes.
I do like the ideas behind the movie. And there are some good moments, some scenes that contain a lot of good visuals and good action, and they pair those together, and the film really works when that's happening. But here's the problem. The script is lacking. The script is bad. It's bad.
It's pretty bad. They don't really touch on... They created this parallel universe, and there are parts that they don't explain, which
there's a lot that they don't explain.
may be hard to explain because they don't know, but you still don't feel like it's complete.
Yeah, you don't feel like it's complete. And when it comes to the script, I mean, once again, I've said this before, I'm not expecting Shakespeare. I'm not. But the dialogue is so bad, and a lot of it is just so wooden and just almost forced. It just doesn't work. And yeah, they don't explain a whole lot. Why is there life in the Echo universe?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yes.
We don't get any explanation. There's a lot of holes in the film. And once again, Dan Stevens, exceptional actor, but a lot of the times it's just him running around like, oh my god, oh no, what's this? Oh no, what's that? And a lot of the lines just don't work. And I love Dan Stevens, but he's got a lot of bad lines that he's throwing out there. And also, it's almost kind of like he's wasted because for a good portion of the movie, you are Dan Stevens.
You don't get to
are
see
Will
him.
Porter. Yeah.
So you are seeing everything as him because he is the first person. So you lose the acting capability of Dan Stevens by not having him in front of the camera, but being the camera.
Yeah, and once again, really good concept, bad execution, really poor execution. It's almost kind of like a B movie, but not as good. Not a good B movie. And yeah, I'm actually being generous. I'm giving it a C-.
Okay, I was gonna give it a C- as well. I just thought this concept may have worked better as potentially a TV show that they could have worked with in 30-minute fragments or something.
Yeah,
So.
that's not, yeah. But yeah, C-.
C-.
I only say I'm being generous because I do like the visuals, I do like the concept, and I do like Dan Stevens.
Yes.
Everything else just didn't really work.
It didn't really hold my attention. I found myself distracted easily.
And I don't want to be that person, but you know, Dan Stevens, he's not somebody I would consider like an A-list actor, but he's working his way up the ladder. The people in the film around him, they're not good. And I don't want to be mean, but I'm just throwing that out there.
The main female, I don't even know the actress's name, but she looks familiar.
She does all right. I mean, I'm not trying to say anybody's bad. It's just, I don't know.
Nothing memorable.
I feel like really like this movie just got dragged down. Like they had like this great idea and everything just kind of just sunk to a low level. And ultimately, I wanted more.
Yes.
I wanted more explanation. I wanted more story. And I wanted something to really hold on to besides just CGI, really, and you know, some good action scenes, because that's really all you have to hold on to. And even at the end of the movie, once again, no spoilers, but they try to go like this sentimental route. Didn't work for me because I'm like, I'm not invested in anybody really. So yeah, once again, this movie does come out on the 16th. Interesting fact though that I just realized, you can actually already pay to watch this on YouTube. I think that's how it works. Pay to order. I don't know.
Pay to watch.
Whatever. It's not. It's not.
Pay-per-view?
Yeah, it's not pay-per-view.
It's not pay-per-view.
But yeah, you can watch it on YouTube if you feel like paying for it. I don't recommend it. And if it does get a limited release in theaters, I still don't recommend it. But of course, guys, thank you so much for watching. We always do appreciate it. You guys are the best. And if you have already seen Kill Switch, let us know what you thought about it down below.
Yes, please. We'd love to know what you thought.
Yeah.
If you disagree, you agree. Yes.
Yeah, and if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more of our awesome parallel universe reviews, hit the subscribe button. That was kind of weak.
Supernatural.
I work with what I have. Yeah, I work with what I have.
Alternate universe.
Anyways, guys, you guys are the best. And as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you guys next time.